Hello everybody and welcome to Dan Towers Tech, and today we're talking about PlayStation 5. We have specs, pricing and potential dates of when we can see the consoles. So let's roll that intro and get straight on into it. So Sony's PlayStation 5 has been 4 years in the making. There's been quite a few rumours leading to what specs, pricing, launch dates and exclusive games that we could see. So let's have a look back at December 2018 and what an anonymous user posted on Pastebin. The specs that we see here is a 7nm CPU from AMD with 8 cores and 16 threads but an unknown speed, a 7nm Navi GPU with 14 teraflops performance and some sort of ray tracing, 24GB of GDDR6 and 4GB of DDR4 for the OS. However, the dev kits do come with 32GB so they can do their testing, a 2TB hard drive with some sort of NAND flash and 8K upscaling. I've put the link in the description below if you want to check out the exclusive games. The expected price is to be around about $499, so around a $100 loss at the beginning, and it's stated to be either March or November 2020. So this information was actually posted by a small developer in the EU, who has been helping a well-known company in a AAA game for the launch of the PlayStation 5. They have also stated that they're 99% correct, but things could change due to the incremental hardware changes that can occur. However, in an exclusive interview with Wired, Mark Cerny, who is the lead architect and designer of the PlayStation 5, has revealed quite a bit of information and does back up some of the leak from December. So let's have a look at what Cerny had to say. The key question is whether the console adds another layer to the sorts of experiences you already have access to, or if it allows for fundamental changes in what a game can be. The next-gen console, as he refers to it, won't be landing in stores in 2019. Sony have also accelerated its deployment of dev kits so that the game creators will have the time they need to be able to adjust to its capabilities. PlayStation's next generation consoles will have an AMD chip at the heart and will be based on the company's new 7nm Zen 2 architecture, so 3rd gen Ryzen, and will contain 8 cores. The GPU is a custom variant of Radeon's Navi family and will support ray tracing, a technique that models the travel of light to simulate complex interactions in 3D environments. So ray tracing immediate benefits are largely for visuals to submerge you into the game. According to Sony, the applications will go beyond graphics. If you wanted to run tests to see if the player can hear certain audio sources, or if the enemies can hear the player's footsteps, ray tracing is useful for that as well. It's all the same thing as taking a ray through the environment. So the custom AMD chip will also include a unit for 3D audio that Sony thinks will redefine what sound can do in a video game. It's been a little bit of a frustration that audio did not change that much between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. So if you have a decent speaker system like surround sound, then it should immerse you straight into the game. So whilst the new CPU and GPU along with the audio is great, the key to the next generation is the hard drive. Between Cerny and developers, they had discussed what they would like to see, and he heard it time and time again. I know it's impossible, but can we have an SSD? So that's what they got. And to demonstrate how fast the SSD is, Cerny fired up a PS4 Pro with Spider-Man that was an exclusive in 2018 that he had worked on. So initiating a fast travel from an interstitial screen when Spidey reappears in a totally different spot in Manhattan, 15 seconds had elapsed. This is where he then takes to the dev kit, which is an early low-speed version, and what then took 15 seconds now only takes 0.8 of a second. And if you haven't guessed by that part, then yes, the PS5 will be backwards compatible. However, Sony aren't releasing any details on the SSD, or who makes it, or even if it utilises the new PCIe 4.0 standard, which we've been told Ryzen 3rd Gen does support. So the next gen consoles will also have support for 8K graphics. However, there isn't really that many TVs or monitors out there that have the capability, so instead they use the 4K TV. So 8K upscaling is going to be a massive game changer, making that game just look that much more crisp and rounded. However, like with most leaks, we do take everything with a pinch of salt, but Sony did cover quite a lot that was in that leak back in December 2018. And like Sony said, we won't see anything in stores in 2019, as they won't be at E3 either. But do keep an eye on the Sony Entertainment's YouTube, as they may actually release a trailer. But 2020 is already starting to look pretty good. However, that is it all for me today, guys. If you did like the video, then please do give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit that bell icon for more notifications from myself, and I shall see you all in the next video.